as we go through, just a lot of people to thank kind of before we get into this. I always start out, excuse me, I always start with wanting to thank my wife. She's not here because she's got kids that are like savages that can't be in public very often. So no, she does a lot for me personally, but also there's a lot that she does behind the scenes. To our assistant coaches, let's give these guys a big round of applause. We almost all know the coordinator outfits today. Except for Coach King. But no, these guys do an outstanding job. Vince has helped with the offense and defensive line, brings a wealth of knowledge to what he does there. I think we saw a lot of improvements as the year went on with the guys that he worked with. Coach Martin kind of does a little bit of everything, worked with the defensive backs primarily. Also was real helpful this year in tracking some of the plays we ran in practice, so we had a little bit better idea of what we were doing. Birthday boy. Coach Steph does an outstanding job defensively. Comes up with a lot of good things. Been doing it for a long time. He's, like I said, does an outstanding job with that. Coach Pearson has coached just about everything. He was running backs this year, was O-line. In previous years, has done D-line. Has done 1 year he was just the punting coach. Way back when we took credit, we had some good punters. This is way before Drew. He had some good punters. And Coach Pearson was the punting guru with them. Coach Chairman would like to, Coach Chairman called the JV defense. He also has a special place in his heart for this year's group of seniors, because it was a couple years ago at Regina when his leg snapped off during the JV game when these guys were all younger. He said it's had a real positive impact on his life. Moves around with a limp. Coach Shell's back. Been how many? 3 years back? 3 years back. It's third year back. Coach Shell goes way back to a long time ago, but he does offensive line stuff, helps with the defense, calls the JV offense. Roy's done an outstanding job with that. And at the end, Brennan Brewer joined us this year. Brennan's done a great job in our school, provided a lot of different, done a good job professionally with what he's doing, but also has helped out now with our JV kids, our varsity kids, but also our junior high guys as well. So let's give these guys one more big round of applause. We're going to roll through some fly incident earlier today. Yeah, kid got a fly stuck in his ear. Talk to Karen King about it. She was there on the spot. It's about to jump you with flies. Anyways, for the parents, absolutely outstanding as always. You guys do above and beyond what we ask for as coaches, what we expect every year. We are so blessed as a community. We're so blessed as football players. These guys in here, your sons, should be very thankful for all the things that you guys do to help them out. There's a lot of things that go into it. I can only imagine what laundry looks like, because these dudes stink. They smell terrible. And I can't imagine what that's like at home, because I know it probably sits in a bag for a few days, and then you pull it out, and then it's even worse and gross and moldy and smells terrible. Once again, you guys rock. We say this every year, and I couldn't be more appreciative of that. Our school administration, in particular Roger, Lindsay, Adam, a lot of different people at the school, like while football games are going on, that do a lot of things behind the scenes to help make sure like the whole thing doesn't implode. Junior high kids fighting with each other or whatever it might be. But they do a great job with that. Always mention Dennis and Bill, our stat guys. They've been doing it since the invention of football. And they do an outstanding job. I think it's something that they take a lot of pride in, and it certainly helps us out tremendously. We had a bunch of different trainers this year. We had Matt, we had Emily, we had Eric, we had another gal, I didn't remember her name, and a girl named Shauna. So always are through Jet. They did an outstanding job. Also, Coach Hill's wife, Cassie, helped out a couple different times. And you want to talk about an unenviable job, that's taping. And Coach Pearson also helped with this. That's having kids riding a bus for an hour and a half, taking off their shoes, taking off their socks, and then taping ankles or whatever else they think needs taped for an hour. It is disgusting. So hats off to them for what they do. Did that. Ryan, Lydia, Megan, people with the band and color guard did an outstanding job at halftime for our games. Our cheerleaders, Terry, and all the cheerleaders for what they did. Scott Wonderlick, or Scott, he's videotaping this right now. Scott's done so much behind the scenes with our technology. We transitioned from one end zone system to another halfway through the season, and it went like way better. I don't know nothing about it, so I'm going to say it went way better than what I thought was going to happen. And by the end of the year, we were up and running. There's a ton of work that goes with that. Melanie for all the amazing pictures. I think we are truly blessed to have her and what she's able to do when it comes to photography and being able to get some really unique pictures. I mean, everybody can sit and take pictures. I can take pictures and they look like complete trash. She's able to find pictures of everybody, unique pictures, pictures that really capture the moment of a lot of different things. Is truly very gifted at what she does. So hats off to her. Our chain gang guys and the whole group of people that helped with that. Did outstanding job. The press box help we had, which was Mike T and Justin and Robert, Mary, Adam, all the different people up there. Our bus drivers, driving buses isn't always the most fun thing to do. Trisha was, I think, on just about every trip. Roger helped out, Pam, Patty. And most importantly, I'd like to thank the young men that we have sitting amongst throughout here. You guys really do make it a enjoyable process to come and work with you guys for whatever it is. You know, I mean, I said this to you guys on the field up at Mid-Prairie, and I truly do mean it. Like, the best part of my professional day was going to practice, hands down. Even if practice was terrible, okay, it was still way better than doing a lot of other things. And I think that's a testament to you guys. It's also a testament to your parents for how they raised you. And so, I'm sure I'm forgetting a bazillion different people to thank, but let's just give one big round of applause for everybody that helped. I'm not going to stand up here on a soapbox and talk. We're going to do just a little bit of a recap of some different things, and then we'll get into our awards and presentations after that. Okay, in particular, talk about our JV guys. One of the things I thought as the JV season went on is that from where we started in August, which was a lot of like looking around as coaches going like what are we doing? Like, I don't even know what. There were things that didn't even hardly even look like football. To as the season progressed, it got better and better and better. And the whole reason for that was they showed up each and every day willing to work hard. We had a lot of different guys trying different positions out. Maybe ask them to learn 2 or 3 different things. And it wasn't ever a time where we're like, hey, we're going to ask you to do something, and they weren't like, yeah, we'll just go ahead and do it. And so, hats off to those guys. We had guys who are really big, guys who are real small. Okay, they all played their tails off all year long and did a good job with that. And I think with our JV guys, I think the big jump in improvement from the beginning to the end of the year is a true testament to how hard they worked, and really excited to see where this all goes from here on out. Our varsity guys, okay, the one word that I would use to kind of describe them as persistent, and the reason why I picked that word is that no matter if we coming off winning a game or losing a game, okay, it was a pretty consistent attitude of trying to get better and improve as the year went on. And we'll kind of talk about this a little when we look at our seniors, but the leadership that group within our varsity kind of displayed really meant a lot. And I think it's because of their leadership that allowed for us to grow and continue to get better as the year went on. And I thought we grew as a football team. Undoubtedly, if you go back and look at the beginning to the end of the year, okay, there's a tremendous amount of growth that happened, and we got a lot better. Okay, as we kind of talk to everybody, especially you guys that are coming back, we'll go through our seniors here in a sec. We talk about our returning players. Okay, a phrase that we've used a few different times is throughout the year is the standard. The standard is the standard. Okay, and what our expectations are as a football team don't change from year to year. And in order to meet those different things, there's things you need to do. Okay, you need to work hard in your other sports. You need to work hard in the classroom. You need to work hard on getting bigger and stronger, be competitive. All of those things go a long way to helping reach whatever potential you have. Everybody's got different potential. And the thing I want to challenge everybody is, this goes for even our seniors too, okay, be leaders within the school. Okay, like you're in a position, and these guys would never want to admit to them, people look up to them. And they look up to them because of the jersey they wear, they look up to them because of who they are. And everybody has leadership ability, even if you can barely even spit out a functional sentence at times. Okay, everybody has leadership ability. Okay, and to challenge yourself, I don't care if you're a senior all the way on out, or you got half a year left, or I don't care if you're a freshman that's got 3.5 years left. Okay, just challenge yourself to be better. Okay, and challenge yourself to be the best that you can be, and to work hard whatever you're doing. Okay, make the school a better place for the rest of the people in it. Okay, that's the challenge that I'll have. And these guys can admit, our seniors, like, time will fly by. So if you're a younger guy here, you're waiting for something to happen, don't wait for it to happen, it'll happen. Okay, you gotta go make it happen because things will roll quickly through. Okay, things will roll real quickly through. All right, to our seniors. Okay, just want to, I think I'll speak for all the coaches there. Just a big thank you for all that you've done for the program. A lot of you have invested a lot of time in the summers, a lot of time throughout the years into being a part of what Mediapolis football is all about. Okay, and that doesn't go unnoticed. And every year it's a little bittersweet to see you guys grow from where you started to where you are to where you ended. There's a lot that goes into it. Proud of this group in particular for the leadership that they've been able to, show them throughout the year. Okay, and last thing I'll leave with our seniors. The challenge is set your goals high. Like, don't let the rest of your senior year just be okay, do something to make a difference for the remainder of the year. And then when you go out and do whatever you're going to do it well. I don't care if you're going to college, you're going to the workforce. Okay, hopefully you're doing something, but do it well. Okay, do it well, do it to the best of your ability. Okay, and hopefully some of the things you learn by being a part of, a football team, okay, will help you later on down the road. All right, let's give our seniors a big round of applause. Let's see if we can do this in record time. We got a playoff award, so it's a little, what is it? a little certificate and a medal. Line up in numerical order. I know we don't have our uniforms on, but we'll see. 1 to 85. Go. Provided by the state for reaching the second round of playoffs. Give these guys a round of applause. Some of the tables there. Okay, I fully do realize we did not play Comanche this year. Let's see, we played them last year, but so you can disregard that. But it's got like the awards and all the different things and what we're going to honor here. So we need our events, a sophomore or junior that was a letter winner. Come on up here. Okay, that would be the following: Gannon, Kyler, Lang, Kanishni, Landon, James, Nathan, Parker, Peyton, Parker, Colin, Ben, Simon, Brock, and Layton. Really did an outstanding job in a lot of different things throughout the season. As you can see, there's quite a large number of them. Okay, we're excited about what this group, and combined with our younger guys that are coming back, we really expect that we're going to be a darn good football team as we roll into next year and the years after that. So a lot of these guys, some guys that lettered before up here, some first time football letter winners, really did an outstanding job throughout offense, defense, special teams. You know, a really solid year for these guys. Like I said, proud of how they worked, proud of how they have improved throughout the season. It was really our expecting big things from them as we head into the next football cycle. So let's give these young men a round of applause. All right, our seniors, come on up. obviously blessed to have such a large and eclectic group of seniors up here. And like I kind of mentioned before, these guys, outstanding job for for a lot of them, for their 4 years throughout their high school career. So now we're going to embarrass them a little bit and talk about some fun things as we go. Okay, as we go through this. All right, we'll start with Logan at the end. Okay, Logan's the first one. Okay, obviously Logan, offense, defensive lineman. We'll talk a little bit more about him in a second. One of the things about Logan is I don't think you're ever going to find a person that is. He's about as hard a worker as you're ever going to see. He's always willing to help other people out, like super kind, got a big heart. Hands down the best person I've ever had as far as cleaning and organizing an equipment room. Okay, top of the line. Okay, he is awesome with that. And obviously the thing that everybody can remember about Logan is his voice and his growl when he would yell on the sideline. Everybody. Our sidelines, their sidelines, people in the crowd, people in the community would be able to hear him. But the enthusiasm that he brought to this season and really throughout his high school career is outstanding. So thank you. Gideon's up next. Okay, let's stay with Gideon here. A guy that's worked exceptionally hard. An unfortunate injury this year. And really didn't quite get to see Gideon perform at the, to what his capabilities were. One of the things that always struck me about Gideon is him saying, and he mentioned it in a speech to the team about just how much of being a part of football and a part of a group really meant to him. And what wearing the jersey represented to him. And I think it was a great reminder for everybody else about how really truly blessed you are to be able to go out and be able to play at a high level, or just to be able to play at all. But even with Gideon's injury, he was always there helping people and being supportive throughout. Thank you, Gideon. Landon is up next. So Landon got the nickname of Beast. Okay, and he's had the nickname. How long have you had that nickname? His freshman year. Okay. That's a good place for Landon was out for football before, came back his senior year. Okay, we loved having him a part of the team. I got to listen to him on the bus ride up talking about fantasy football and his fantasy team. I don't think they're very good, are they? But no, Landon's done a great job. We're glad to have him a part of the team. Thank you. Next is Jacob. Okay. So Jacob's has went through a lot of injuries, a lot of ups and downs. He's been a varsity player for a couple years. What I'm most proud about Jacob this year was it would have been easy for him. He had knee issues, all these different things. Hamstring issue, knee issue. He didn't know where his actual hamstring was, which was a little bit concerning. After the orthopedic game, I got something going on back here. Is it your hamstring? No. Where's that? Right here. No, that's your hamstring there, Chief. No, Jacob did not stick up. Played a lot of different positions on the O&D line, and like I said, just real thankful for Jacob and his ability to stick with it when things weren't going well. He had to deal with a lot of surgeries and rehab and this and that. It would be easy for him to say, you know what, Forrest, not done. Okay, but he did. He showed back up. He kept working and getting better. So Ice-T is next. Okay, Tristan's been with us. 3 years. Okay. So, a 3-year football player for us, what I give, besides not being a very good driver, so we have a lot of talks about driving, and as you guys can imagine, when kids get their license for the first time, or maybe they've had it for a while, they're not really quite sure what the rules actually mean, what stop signs mean, what speed limit means, what not to do in front of the daycare, etc., etc. Tristan does a great job. Always was willing to go in and do a lot of things. He had a lot of different things. He was involved with band at the same time as involved with football, and was a fun person to have as part of the team. Had more nickname variations than anybody we've ever had. The iced tea or sweet tea or ice tizzle, ice whatever. Okay, so a lot of fun, but Tristan, an outstanding job representing himself. I'm very proud of him. Thank you. Okay, Lake joined us this year. Okay, Lake's a man of few words, and this may surprise me. He's a very quiet individual. One of the things that I was very happy that Lake came back out for football, and he did an outstanding job of getting better. When he kind of first showed up in the summer and this and that, man, I don't know if Lake, do you remember what he's doing out there? Or is he confused? But he worked hard and kept getting better and better. And then as the year went on, his role continued to get larger and larger and larger throughout different games, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But no, a true testament to what work ethic does and kind of sticking to it and not giving up and keep believing in yourself. So thank you, Lake. Okay, Carter, kind of the same way as, similar to Lake, was out, he wasn't going to go off football this year and kind of came out a little bit later, but kind of picked it up and continued to work hard with it. Really continue to work hard and get better. And Carter went in a variety of games, maybe where he didn't necessarily think he was going to be playing right away, and then, because we had injuries or whatever, he hopped in there, and did a real good job with that. Really just proud of what he brought to the team, and all the different things that he was able to do to help us out. Thank you, Carter. Jackson, 3 years? Yeah, 3-year starter for us. Jackson was unique out there in that this was the year he finally started to talk. When he was younger, he wouldn't say a thing. But this year, he was much more vocal, much more of a leader on the offensive line. We threw him in at center about halfway through the year, and he really did an outstanding job with that. One of the things I always remember about Jackson is, if we scored a touchdown, the absolute slowest walk off the field known to man. We're talking 3 to 4 minutes of being oh God, so tired of and his little high five celebrations. Even with this being we're into the 3 minutes into the game, we're walking out oh gosh, we're so tired. But outstanding leadership, did a great job. I'll talk about it a little bit later with some of the accolades. But thank you, Jackson. All right, so we got Max here. So I asked Max, you might notice he's got his hand in a cast. Hey, when did that happen? And the answer was?
Last year.
Yeah, last year during soccer. And you got a broken?
Scaphoid. That's my wrist.
Okay, you got broken wrist. So you played all year with a broken wrist, and did you even get it taped?
Sometimes.
Okay. Very rarely, and no one really knew about it, and maybe this affected your catching.
No.
Okay, that's just natural. Max did an outstanding job. As far as a young man from his freshman year to his senior, as far as growing into becoming the football player he was, has made tremendous growth. Okay, when he was a younger guy, we were I don't even know if he actually knows what football is or what's happening out there. And he stuck with it, got better, and then the next year got better, and then his junior, we're all right, you're in, let's roll. And he's out there getting run over and trucked by bigger dudes a lot, but he was always pop back up and go get more, pop back up, go get more. And then this year, the level of play increased. Such a quiet leader, an excellent role model in the classroom, and obviously very tough for playing the whole year with a broken wrist. So, thank you, Max. Okay, I don't know where to start with all. I'll say say this much though, we are lucky half the time that we actually made it to warm-ups on time. I don't know, what happens here is we have to, like, we go out as a team. And we're at Regina, and he can't, like, we're about to call his mother, and like, can you come help him? His arms are tangled, can't get his shirt, he's got braces and straps and concoctions everywhere. He can't move, can't breathe, he's sweating. Okay, and this became a, like, especially with our white uniforms, every time we're on the road, it was like, all right, if we're gonna go out at 6, you need to start getting dressed at 5:30. Okay? And this is not like getting your shoulder pads on. And finally, I think, was it Reese that helped? Reese figured out a method and a contraption on how to do this and do it effectively. But all outstanding leader on our team in a lot of different ways. 3-year, 4-year letter? Three? Yeah, so a 4-year letter, which is obviously outstanding. We'll talk about a few other things a little bit later with them. Outstanding job playing linebacker, outstanding job in doing some offensive things this year. Probably one of the smartest football players that I can ever remember being around. A lot of good ideas. Everybody's got ideas. Not all of them are good ideas. Most of all of them were good ideas. As far as different plays, things you can run, things we can try in defense. And so it's really blessed and happy for him. Moving on down to Schultz. Okay, so Connor, okay, once again, kind of like Max, like when he was younger, you can tell he hadn't quite grown into his body yet. Okay, he was just a little bitty guy out there, and continued to work and continued to work. And I remember talking with him last year at the end of the year, and he's like, listen, I'm going to get bigger, I'm going to get stronger, I'm going to have a bigger role in this football team, and I'll be darned if he didn't accomplish those things. He worked hard at it, he was really dedicated to the weight room, and became one of the more competitive kids. Him in one-on-ones, the amount of crap talk. Now his brother, to be fair, he learned from his brother last year, and those two would bicker and fight at each other all the time. So since Quentin was gone, Connor had to just start to find other people to pick on, and generally bully throughout one-on-ones and those different things. Connor had a great year. Some of the better touchdown celebrations that we had throughout the year. I think he even got himself on the big screen at Albia, doing something like this right in front of the camera. So it's all on video. You can go back and watch this there. So thank you, Connor. Coming down the list here, we got Brady. Brady played offense. He was kind of a backup defense guy. Also did all the kicking duties. And we had a lot of. I've never seen a person in my life hit the goalpost more in practice. Like, the goalpost is not that, like, the circumference of it is not very big. And I bet you hit it 15 times. Like, one time it was like 4 in a row. The chances of doing that are out of this world. Everybody's yelling at him. I'm like, all the other guys, shut up. None of you can even kick the ball. At least the ball's going in the air. But he continued to work at it, put a lot of time and effort into improving in the kick game, whether it be kickoffs. A funny story about kickoffs, we had one game like, Brady, let's do an onside kick. And then he kicked a touchback right through the end zone. We're like, I just kicked it hard. I didn't know what was going to happen. Well, if we could do that all the time, that'd be great. But he did an outstanding job for us. In a lot of different ways. Like I said, worked really, really hard at becoming good at that specific skill set. So thank you. Noah, we'll talk a little bit more about some of the things that Noah was able to do. I think when I look back at Noah, I go back all the way back to when he was in 7th grade. Okay? And a lot of these guys were part of a 7th grade basketball team. Some of you heard that was literally the worst 7th grade basketball team that I've ever known to me. Okay? They may have won games, but it was not very talented nor very good. But I remember Noah's this little guy, he's got big old glasses on, he's running around. crazy. I'm like, man, he's pretty quick. I watch him shoot, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, hey, no, are you right or left-handed? I'm like, which one can you make it more with? So, no, he's obviously been a valuable part of our team in a lot of different ways throughout his high school career. Mention a few more of the accomplishments a little bit later, but I thought Noah's leadership this year was an important part of our team, and it was fun to be around a very, very competitive person. You really never know it just by sitting there and looking at him, but he is a guy that is ultra competitive and was also there to pick up people and be supportive of others this year. So thank you, Noah. And last we got Reese. Okay, so here's a lot with Reese here, but we'll just kind of leave that as a kind of short and sweet story. Okay, so we asked Reese, he was an all-district defensive back last year. We're like, Reese, we'd like you to try to play quarterback. Oh God, Borison, no, I don't want to. All right, well, you're going to need to. And he just kind of pouts and he throws out there. First time we're throwing around this summer, doing something like, is everything okay? I hate playing this position. I hate you. I hate everybody. No, you'll be fine. You'll be better at it. And then as the year went on, I'd be like, Reese, my horse, I'm telling you today, man, it's not going to be a good day. It's not going to be a good day throwing the ball. I'm like, well, okay, has there ever been a good day? I'm just joking. He'd be like, listen, it ain't too windy, it ain't happening, my heart hurts. But one of the things I'll give Reese credit, we had some conversations throughout games this year that just cracked me up. Reese, what do you like? Nothing. Okay. Is there a pass play you think might work? Whatever you call, I'll make it work. He really had that kind of almost flatline emotional, not getting too high, not getting too low. But it was perfect for what we asked him to do, and actually turned out to be okay playing quarterback. He got a lot better as the year went on. And we're very happy for him. So, once again, a great group of seniors. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, these guys, as we're getting their award, we're honored by our district as being academic all-district. So what you need for this is a cumulative 3.25 GPA, and you have to be a varsity letterman. So these guys have this number of guys up here says a lot about the not only their academic ability, but also their work ethic. I think it goes hand in hand on how you get up here. I'd like to also mention Nathan and Max and Noah all have or continue to have a 4.0 GPA. So to have that and to be able to do all those things there while being involved with as many different things as what they're involved in really speaks a lot about the time management, work ethic, and also the leadership that they provide in the classroom and in the school. And so we're blessed to have these guys They deserve a big round of applause for their work ethic. All right, Connor, Max, and Ben, come on up. Connor, Max, Ben. Okay. These three young men were recognized by our district as being honorable mention all district. There's a lot of guys that are deserving of these honors as well as our first team honors. Like I said before, it's a testament to their work ethic. All of them provided, did a lot of different things throughout the season, and are very deserving of this award. Let's give them a round of applause. Come on up. First team all-district. Logan was selected to be all-district. He had to be nominated by other coaches throughout the district. Then it was a voting process, and then big borrowing and stealing and negotiations in these things. This is what we ended up with. So Logan was honored as first team all-district offensive line. Jackson was nominated and won. Was part of the first team all-district offensive line as well. Okay, Noah was first team all-district running back. Reese was selected as first team all-district utility offense. And so this was designed for a person that does a little bit of everything in offense. Okay, and Reese was able to garner that award. Gannon was recognized as a first team all-district wide receiver. Okay, defensively it got a little bit more tricky here. So we got awards for people that necessarily played all sorts of different positions. So Peyton played linebacker and defensive line, was honored as a first team all-district defensive lineman. Okay, Parker was a first team all-district defensive lineman. Alton was nominated and selected for first team all-district linebacker. DeLine was selected as first team all-district defensive back. And Parker was selected as first team all-district utility defense. So he's jack of all trades. And Parker did a lot of different things, whether it be on the line, in the secondary, or at linebacker. To have these guys honored was a great accomplishment. Like I said, these are voted on by the coaches, myself, and the other coaches throughout the district. Very well deserving for all that they have done. So let's give them one big round of applause. Noah and Parker, come on over. Parker Lang. All right. Who wants to go? Parker. Parker. All right. Move over here. so he is our co-lineman of the year in Class 2A District 5. Let's give Parker a round of applause. All right, and Noah was finished this year with 1,554 yards of rushing, which is a school record at Mediapolis. So congratulations, Noah. All right, the last thing we're going to mention here, we need Noah, Max, and Reese to come back up. One more time. All right, these guys, your certificates will be arriving later, but they will be, and we're honored as academic all-state for the 2024 football season. To have this, you have to have a 3.75, 3.8 cumulative GPA. You have to be a senior, and you have to be in some capacity or form an all-district football player, whether it be first team or honorable mention. Great examples for our younger guys. Did an outstanding job in the classroom, and outstanding role models for everybody. Let's give these guys a round of applause. As far as other awards that'll be coming out, All-State, any All-State awards, all Hawkeye, Shrine Bowl, those sort of things will all be within the next couple of weeks. So be on the lookout for that. We'll post things as we find them out. Once again, I want to say thank you for everybody for coming out tonight. I know everybody's got very busy schedules. To have this turnout is really a testament to who we are as a community and what we are as a football program. Wish everyone a great rest of the week, and as you get into the rest of the year, continue for you guys that are up here, continue to be active, continue to do good things. And once again, we are truly blessed to have all of the support that we do have. So let's give one more big round of applause. Thank you guys very much for everything. Like I said, truly appreciate everything that we have, that we're blessed to be a part of. Like I said, it's truly an honor for us as coaches to be able to work with these guys on a daily basis. So have a great rest of the night, and thank you for coming.